moment. Hopefully it will work. Otherwise, I'll get some kind of other system, but this was just free of charge. Perfect. It looks like, there we go. There we go. Right. Hopefully it will work. Otherwise, I'll get some kind of other system, but I need to mute it. Just free of charge. Perfect. It looks like, there we go. There we go. Right. Hopefully it will. Okay. Brilliant. Right. So everyone, let me change my view so that you all, so it's just, and spotlight myself. Spotlight. Okay. Hello, everybody. My name's Claudia Lefebvre, or actually, I still get confused with that. My new name is actually Claudia Rose, and it is changing very, very shortly. I'm a nutritional therapist and eating psychology coach with 18 years clinical experience, and it is so lovely to see so many of your beautiful faces and names popping up here again. It has been a while, hasn't it? So what I wanted to start off by telling you about, oh, sorry, I'm just quickly muting lots of you here. I don't know. There we go. So what I wanted to start off by telling you about, sharing with you, is you know I'm a bit of a creature of habit, and I have my routine and I like doing things. But I've been waking up over the last few weeks thinking, oh, collagen and my lovely here creatine. I've been thinking, oh, I've got to have that right now. And I've been having less enjoyment from the taste of the collagen and the creatine in water. So I thought, do you know what? I'm going to switch things up, totally switch things up. And you know how I have always loved my porridge with the extra cinnamon and the berries and all the sorts of things on it. Instead, what I've started doing now is I've got myself, this is like a NutriBullet. This one is actually Ninja, but there are lots of them. They're not expensive. So it's instead of a juicer, I've been making morning smoothies, and I've been putting my creatinine for muscle and brain. I've been putting in, wait for it, there's 17 ingredients. So I jam it all in. Collagen for skin, hair, nails, but also all our internal organs. So I put a tablespoon of each of those in, and then I've got a protein shake. Now I spent a lot of time researching protein shakes. In the end, I chose a company called Innermost. There are lots of really good ones. This is vegan protein, so it's pea protein, brown rice protein, but it's the health one. So it's got all sorts of mushrooms. It's got our cordyceps, shiitake, maitake, reishi. You know how I love my mushrooms. So this is the healthy protein with the mushrooms. So those are my sort of powders that go in. I've got a whole thing of it. Then I've got beetroot, and I put about a quarter of an avocado. I put a few blueberries, we know we love our antioxidant blueberries, some fresh kale, a celery stalk, a little bit of nut butter, a tablespoon of nut butter, some chopped up ginger, a few grapes just for sweetness, and then move to because I have them all I keep them all in containers, so I just like literally pull them out of the fridge. Then I have a little bit of chlorella that I put in. Chlorella is very good for cleaning the blood. It's very good for supporting the liver. It's like naturally good in B12, iron. I have my high polyphenol olive oil. This one I actually bought in Corfu, so there's not much point sharing the brand name with you, but just make sure you get the high phenolenic or high polyphenol is what you're looking for. Then I put my milled flaxseed. Now I did, hands up, I made a bit of a mistake with my milled flaxseed, because you might recognize this brand. This is Lidl. I do buy a lot of things from Lidl because it is so much cheaper. But when I bought it, I realized, oh, they're not cold pressed. They're not organic. They're made to look exactly like the Linwoods branding. And it is a fraction of the price, but I have to say, with flax seeds going forward, I'm not going to compromise. But I do buy all my nuts and things from Lidl because it is like and sunflower seeds, pumpkin seeds, just from a price point of view, it's so much more affordable. And prunes. So these all go in: sunflower seeds, pumpkin seeds, walnuts, milled flax seeds. Just feel turbocharged every morning. And then I have my beets drink with nitric oxide. Honestly, it has made a really big difference to me. And if you're looking to level up, it's just such an easy way to do it. I was a bit set in my ways around the porridge, but I'd love to hear what you think. Uh, does the protein powder have ashwagandha? No, it doesn't. No, it's an irritant to uh, an aggravant for rheumatoid arthritis. Who knew? Who knew? Lidl walnuts are way better than M&S. Oh, I do quite like if I'm feeling flush, I might buy organic walnuts from M&S occasionally, but they are really bitter, organic walnuts. So yes. Oh wow, I've got 1 kilo of Brazil nuts for my visitors staying with us. Wow, that's a lot of Brazil nuts. Be careful about the quantity of Brazil nuts you eat at any one time, just because Brazil nuts are high in selenium and we don't want to overdo it on the selenium. So if I was you, I'd like just limit it to 2 or 3 a day would be absolutely perfect. Um, what liquid do you use? Oh, excellent question, Stephanie. So I jam it all in here and then I fill it to about here with water and then I'll top it up with almond milk. But you could use coconut milk or I use almond milk because it's higher in protein than oat milk. But anyway, plant-based something or other. But I do quite a lot of water first, just why use up so much milk, basically. Um, okay. Oh, I find Brazil nuts don't keep very well. You've got to be careful with all of them. The pumpkin seeds as well. When you buy pumpkin seeds, just I mean, you can see there's some that aren't brilliant here, but you got to have a look at the pumpkin seeds and have a look at the nuts, especially if you in Holland and Barrett, and you can buy the nuts. They're like the packaging is like this. Um, these are my prunes, but often with nuts, the packaging is like this, and you can literally see through, and you can have a good old look. And this is where if you buy chopped nuts like walnut halves or Brazil nut halves, you can really see because you want to make sure they're as fresh as possible. And for someone with something like Candida, fungal infection, the nuts and seeds can harbor fungal infection, so or fungal growth, if you like. So we do need to be, for some people, we need to be quite vigilant about that. These are thanks to you guys. You let me know years ago. All the nuts and seeds, definitely keep them in the fridge. So these are like my containers for everything that I like literally pull out in the morning, and there it is. So I find this better than a juicer because you're breaking down all the fiber, you're not removing it. So it's still going to spike the blood sugar a little bit more if you didn't have the protein, then so eating celery rather than having a celery juice, for example. But at least this way you do keep the fiber in it as well, even though it has been broken down quite a lot. So hopefully that helps you, that inspires you, and you might get creative because you can put in anything. You can go to places like Holland and Barrett and you can buy, I don't know, baobab powder, which is from the baobab tree. It's very, very rich in vitamin C. You could get spirulina, you could get a greens mix, chlorella, spirulina, just all sorts of wheatgrass, barley grass, or very, very cleansing. You could get beetroot powder, you could get beets. I'm putting fresh beetroot in and then I'm having my beets separately. My I want to say beat it, but it's not. It's my beets powder. Oh, matcha would be nice. Yes, matcha very, very high in antioxidants. A lot of people start their day with a teaspoon or even more, maybe a tablespoon of olive oil in the morning, first thing. Because the high polyphenols, it's supposed to be very, very good for reducing inflammation. I've decided I'm just I've done years of doing the collagen and the creatinine. Well, not more recently, the creatinine changes the flavor of the texture of the water, I find, and I wasn't enjoying it so much. So when it's in a smoothie like this, you don't notice anything. Um, so oh, it's lovely to see you again too. Um, Oh, oh, good. Thank you. I'm not able to write these down. So do you have a list? I'll tell you what, I will put a list in the Facebook group. Oh, I'm low in protein, so I ground them and freeze a little container and use them on my porridge or cereals. That's great to be aware that you're low in protein, thinking, how else can I bulk it out? I sometimes a tablespoon of nut butter. So again, this is just the Lidl 100% peanuts, healthy version. I put that in the smoothie as well, or you could put it in your porridge or whatever you're wanting, just for a little bit extra protein. Um, yes, I can put some photos. In fact, I took a photo this morning when I had it all jammed in before I set it to grind. And then just so it doesn't come as a big shock if you're going to do it, it's not actually, I don't grind it to a pure liquid. It's kind of like half chew, if you know what I mean. But I quite like that. You could do less liquid and eat it with a spoon. Up to you, however you want to do it. Great question. What's it doing to your blood glucose? I don't know because I'm not wearing my monitor at the moment. It's a good question. It should be okay because I'll tell you why, because I've got the protein, I've got the nuts, I've got all the seeds. It should be okay. I'm feeling really good for it. So I'm going to try. Yeah, next time I have the lingo on, I will definitely be checking it out. But to be honest, the porridge was making my blood sugar go a bit high anyway. I had to keep like refining it. So I had like almost like less than half of it as oats and all the rest as the peripherals just to try and keep the blood sugar from going too high from the oats. So I think my body's doing better actually without the oats, sadly, because I love that. So how much creatine do you take daily? I mean, it's got a scoop in here, but I don't bother. I just take a tablespoon. But a lot of these things they'll have a scoop. I just take 1 tablespoon in the morning. It's the kind of thing, if you were going in for an operation or procedure, it would be very good to have the creatinine and the collagen and actually increase. So the collagen, so I was recently advising someone who was going in for surgery, with post-surgery and even before surgery, take the collagen in the morning and also in the evening, just to help with the cellular repair. And then the creatine as well, you want to do everything you can to be stopping muscle loss. So it's very, very helpful. Actually, Davina McCall, who went in, I'm sure you know, she went in for surgery for a brain tumor not so long ago. She's been talking a lot about creatine on her Instagram posts. I mean, I think she's working in a collaboration with a company. So, but it is interesting, and she's because she's really been into fitness so much of her life. And she talks about how she lost a lot of her muscle mass and she's been rebuilding it using the creatine to help. Um, so what is creatine good for? So basically, it's good for muscle, lean muscle, but it also very good for cognitive function. And it's something that your grandsons will know a lot about. If you've got like 15 to 21-year-old grandsons, ask them, have you heard of creatine? Is it something you've ever tried? If they're into bodybuilding, going to the gym, for sure they will know all about it. They'll know tons more than we know. But so it's that segment of society have really used a lot of creatine. But now research is showing it's so helpful for older women, in particular, super helpful for older women to have this creatine because it's very good for our cognitive function as well. So great. I'm at the moment, Shell. I'm enjoying this so much. I'm not alternating, but probably at the weekend I might have an egg or something, egg and avocado. Oh, I've got a sweet potato. I might even toast my sweet potato for tomorrow. So I at the moment with my little kitten, she's she's a little monkey really, and so I have to be quite speedy in the kitchen because otherwise she's like up jumping around. So I've got this laser dot toy that it's a red laser dot that moves around on the kitchen floor so that I know I've got 10 minutes where I can do food prep, and I only use this toy for food prep when I'm doing food prep. But it's quite handy just to have, like, I'm doing lots of stir fries, lots of lovely quick things. um Yes, Emma. So I got the creatine from iherb.com. This one is their Californian Gold. It's their own brand. It's very affordable. You want the creatine monohydrate. It's unflavored, but like I said, it's slightly a gritty texture. Um, so there we go. Creatine. Let me write it in the message. CRE. Let me just check. Yeah, there we are. CREATINE. Um, Yeah. Oh, there we are. Now it's highly recommended for postmenopausal women. Absolutely right. Um, Nutrition Geeks is not very expensive. Yeah, Nutrition Geeks is really interesting brand, isn't it? I've been looking and recommending their triple magnesium. So you'll notice that lots of brands now are bringing out triple magnesium. I saw yesterday, I saw Holland and Barrett had their own brand of it as well. But Nutrition Geeks is very, very affordable. I've been using the Pharma Nord one for a long time, but it's got magnesium glycinate, which is so good for relaxing and calming. And then it will have another one, another two. So it will be citrate or taurate, or there'll be malate. There's so many magnesium types, but it's very good if you're taking magnesium to have that triple blend, and that's what Nutrition Geeks do. I've been looking to see if I can get a practitioner discount that I could pass on to you guys for the Nutrition Geeks, but I haven't found one yet. But they are very affordable. They do vitamin D as well. They do lots of various supplements. So they seem good. Right. So I've got a few studies that I could quickly run through with you if you're interested. Just like the latest nutrition news, what's been happening in the world of nutrition. I feel like we've got a bit of catching up to do. So I don't know. Can you see the screen here? Yeah. Okay. Perfect. So this is from my Science Daily. This is from September the 14th. So just a few days ago. Being too thin can be deadlier than being overweight, a Danish study reveals. As a society, we're so obsessed, aren't we, with, being lean, being thin, but actually being thin isn't always very healthy. And what I can tell you is that my clients who are underweight, who are desperately working so hard to gain weight, the struggle can be so much harder for them than it is for people trying to lose weight. Um, so it's always worth trying to be in a healthy weight range. It is possible to be fat but fit. Of course, it is possible to be healthy at any shape or any size. We just want to make sure that inflammation is under control. For someone who's underweight, that they're not undernourished, that they're not deficient in nutrients, vitamins, that they've got plenty of lean muscle, etc. And likewise, for someone who is overfed, they can also be undernourished. They can be deficient in nutrients. They can be deficient in lean muscle. They can just have it's just an excess of fat cells or fat volume. And so what we need to do is just bring everyone a little bit more into the healthy mid-range. But you can be healthy at any age, um, at any stage, at any shape. It's really important to know that. So if you're naturally lean, don't panic with this headline. It's just we need to make sure that you're not nutrient deficient. Okay, another thing, scientists uncover surprising link between diet and nearsightedness. So, on the other hand, high intake of saturated fats may boost risk of eye condition. So isn't this interesting? So researchers studying over 1,000 children found that omega-3 fats may help protect against myopia, while saturated fats may increase the risk. Kids with more omega-3 in their diet had healthier eye measurements linked to slower vision deterioration. So I'm just going to stop the share a second and just have a little chat about this. It's really interesting. I took my daughter's just gone to university. I can't quite believe it, but she's gone off to Falmouth. And before she went, we were, trying to do a load of appointments so that she was completely ready to go. So including of course, the opticians. And she's going to study costume design. So she's been getting headaches when she's been threading needles and things like that. So I was like, we've got to sort this out before you go. But it was really interesting. The opticians was saying because of all the screen time that children are having these days, it's really dramatically affecting eyesight, and the number of children with glasses, wearing glasses with prescriptions, is dramatically increasing. And it's such an easy fix. Basically, you just need to look away from the screen every 20 minutes for 20 seconds, look away. And it's not happening. So it's so simple. Okay, right, let's go back. But omega-3s can make a big difference too. So that's good to know, isn't it? So our omega-3s in our diet, that's of course our oily fish like mackerel, tuna, salmon, herring, pilchards. Oh, loads of them. I'm sure there's more. Also nuts and seeds. Okay. Right, tiny green tea beads trap fat and melt away pounds without side effects. So, the reason I put this in is so researchers have created plant-based microbeads that trap fat in the gut, and it's so far it's on animal studies. They're safe, they're tasteless. But I wanted to show you what they've put in the beads to dissolve the fat. Which is where, here we are. This is what they made the edible microbeads from. Green tea polyphenols. So we know those are the antioxidant parts of the green tea, vitamin E and seaweed. So we just need to have that in our diet, or take Dr. Seaweed supplements, or make sure we're getting plenty of the seaweed and the iodine that when consumed bind to fats in the gastrointestinal tract. Okay, so that's that. No surprise, eating Mediterranean could be the secret to healthy gums. Eating more like the Mediterranean, rich in vegetables, legumes, fruits, and olive oil, may do more than just support heart health. A new study from King's College London suggests it also protects against gum disease by lowering inflammation markers in the blood. We know our bodies are one entire system, interconnected system. What's good for the heart is good for the brain, is probably good for the gums. It's most likely great for the gut. All these things, when we're adding all these like special things into our diets, it's like a dominoes effect of win, 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 which is why whenever you've done, for example, the Body Wise program, it's some surprising things get better. It's not just the obvious like joint pain, losing a little weight off the tummy. There's surprising things. So excellent. Let's just have a look at your comments. Look at the brand Ethical Nutrition. Oh, I like the name. Will probably be interested in a hookup. Really like their range of supplements and brand. I love their name. That sounds, hopefully they're true to their name. It does sound great. Yes. Oh, excellent. Oh, I must take your daughter to this. Oh, nice. Excellent. Thank you so much. Well, there we go. It was so lovely to see you all. And I just wanted to get back and say hi. I'm not actually here next Friday. Next Friday is my dad's birthday, and he passed away 3 years ago now. But every on his birthday, we all get together and we all raise a toast to him, and no, it's a lovely meetup. So I'm not here next Friday, but let's even if it's once a month, should we just do a Zoom together? Just that'd be really nice, wouldn't it? Yeah. And I know we need to do body wise as well. What I might do is put a little poll together and just see how many of you would be interested. And then we can get back to it now. I was just waiting for the summer to be over, but also I was away on holiday. I needed to get my daughter off to university. And now I've got a bit more headspace to do things. So excellent. Oh wow. Oh wow. Thank you. You're showing up as I love it. Your pseudonym. Excellent. Oh, brilliant. Thank you. So everyone have a lovely, lovely weekend. It's great to see you again this Friday. And I don't know if it's managed to record it to YouTube or not. We'll just find out. I'll put the link in case people were wanting to watch the recording. Hopefully it went through. And see you soon. Okay, lots of love. Bye. Let's